Seventh, the catcher, number 55, Jack Hollinshead. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 8.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back again to Randall R. Sadler Stadium as we get set for Game 2 of our doubleheader here today, the Tigers and the Quakers. Game 1 going to Earlham just about 20 minutes ago. Quakers pick up the win there 11-7, and Matt Mathias picked up the win in game number 1. The Quakers will now turn to Walter Talcott in game number 2. The second game coming up in just a few moments. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back them better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Coaches meeting at home plate as we get set for game number 2 here this afternoon. Here's how the Tigers line up in our second contest. Leading things off in center field will be Matt Baker. Hitting second and right field is Patrick Kenny. DHing and hitting third, Tim Bates. Hitting in the cleanup spot, the third baseman, Mason Davis. At first base and hitting fifth is Jack Seifert. Hitting sixth, the shortstop, Hayden Knox. Hitting seventh and catching is Jack Hollinshead. Hitting eighth, the second baseman, Gabe Stacy. And hitting ninth in left field, Jordan Jolly. So it's Baker, Kenny, Bates, Davis, Seifert, Knox, Hollinshead, Stacy, Jolly in game number 2 for the Tigers. Rusty Hayhurst will get the start for Wittenberg in game number 2. For the Quakers, Isaiah Shake will get the start in center field. He'll lead things off. Dre Davis moved up to the number 2 spot in game 2. He'll be at shortstop. Danny Dopp hitting third at DH. Addison Robertson hitting in the cleanup spot in game 2. He'll be at first base. Andrew McFadden starting in left field. He'll hit fifth. Hitting sixth and playing third base, Sam Sprocket. Hitting seventh and catching will be Ian Bach. Hitting eighth and playing second base, Mark Jandro. And hitting ninth in right field, Alex Bryan. Shake, Davis, Dopp, Robertson, McFadden, Sprocket, Bach, Jondro, and Bryan. And in game number 2 for the Quakers on the mound will be Walter Talcott, the sophomore out of West Lafayette. Played his high school baseball at McCutcheon High School. We'll talk about him and more as we get this one started in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Back here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium as we get set for game number 2, and Walter Talcott is on the mound for the Quakers, and boy, what a first season he had in his freshman year, as he was the Rookie of the Year. He was all first team in the HCAC, as you see him getting his final warm-up tosses here. And, of course, the injury last year sidelined him for the greatest majority of the season. Still threw 27 2/3 innings, 26 strikeouts, only 3 walks, picked up a save. He was 2-1 last year in, again, just 27 innings. He did pitch well, though, down the stretch and helped this team in the conference championship and in the tournament as a whole. So he'll be counted on again heavily here in his junior season. And you mentioned he's out of West Lafayette, played a very good McCutcheon Mavericks baseball program. And I know they're counting on him being 100% healthy here this afternoon and throughout the entire season. Baker will lead things off for the Tigers.
Leading off for Wittenberg.
Official start time of game number 2, 3:57. Baker 2 for 4 earlier today, did drive in a run. Quakers again winning game 1 by a final of 11-7. Quakers had several different players make a huge contribution in the win. So Baker steps in, and the first pitch now by Talcott opens up with a fastball, misses inside. We are underway in game number 2. Ian Bach back behind the plate for the Quakers in our second game. Robertson will take over down at first base. Walter's next pitch in there for a strike. Jondro will take over again at second. Davis is at short. Sprocket at third with McFadden, Shake, and Alec Bryan in the lineup in game number 2. This one lifted over the shortstop's head into left field. A leadoff single for Baker. And the Tigers, much like in game 1, have a runner on here in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up now Kenny.
At bat, the right fielder, number 9, Patrick Kenny.
Kenny 0 for 3 in game one. He walked twice. And the Tigers have a man on here in the top of the first inning. Walter comes set. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Walter had one of the best freshman seasons of any pitcher in the history of Earlham baseball. Double digits in wins in his first year. There's a fly ball. Left center field. Coming over to make the catch for the Quakers is McFadden. Retreating will be Baker to first base, and there's one away. Bates will step to the plate.
With one out, now batting the designated hitter, number 6, Tim Bates.
Bates 1 for 4 runs scored in game number 1. Mentioned the Tigers in game 1. They don't run a whole lot. See if they'll do something with Baker here in the top of the first inning. The pitch by Walter, swung on, hit foul. Bates down on the count, no balls and a strike. Game 1 ended up taking almost 3.5 hours to complete. Walter's been in some games in his career that have gone 2 hours, maybe a little bit more, because he pitches rather quickly. Doesn't waste a whole lot of time, plus he'll get some outs rather quickly as well. The stretch and the pitch. Hit foul. Good cut again by Bates. He's down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Some consider at times that when Walter is healthy, he could have some of the best stuff in Division III baseball. We saw that again his freshman year. Earlham really counting on him to maybe take over that number 1 spot. As that pitch inside. 1-2 now to Bates. Wind continues to blow here at Sadler Stadium, straight out center field. Throw to first again. We'll get Baker back in time. Each team making just a couple of minor changes. Wittenberg inserting Jolly into left field. Stacy will be the new second baseman as that breaking pitch stays inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quakers will get a look at Sam Sprocket down at third. And again, Alec Bryan getting the start in right field. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the break-even pitch on the way, grounded toward the third baseman, Sprocket. They'll get one there, on to first in time. And a pitcher's best friend right there. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 1. Wittenberg, nothing. Earlham coming to bat. This is Quaker Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, Their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Quakers will face a right-hander here in game number 2. They faced a right-hander in the first game. This time it's Rusty Hayhurst, a freshman of Cambridge, Ohio. Quakers will go with Shake, Davis, and Dopp at the top of the order. Quakers made a little bit of a change again in that order. They brought Davis up from the number 7 spot. He went 4 for 5 earlier today, drove in 3. They've moved him to the number 2 hole. Isaiah Shake steps to the plate, 3 for 4. Couple of runs scored earlier today, had a double. Had 2 stolen bases. It's a good start to the year for Isaiah Shake. And the first pitch by Hayhurst is up high. 1 ball, no strikes. We will set that defense for you for Wittenberg here in a moment. There's another pitch out of the strike zone, 2-0. Hollins head back behind the plate. He'll catch game number 2. Bates at first, Stacy at second base. That pitch is a called strike, 2-1. Probst back at short. Davis down at third. Jolly in left. Baker in center. Kenny in right. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Ground ball left side. Third baseman can't get to it. And that'll end up in shallow left field. So Shake will open up with a base hit. And that'll bring up Davis.
At bat, the shortstop, number 26, Dre Davis.
Well, Dre Davis, as we said, off to a good start. 4 hits in game number 1. And now the Quakers can get things rolling with Isaiah Shake at first base. The stretch by Hayhurst in the pitch as a breaking ball caught the outside corner. And Davis falls behind at 0-1. Earlham scored 4 runs in that first inning in game number 1, and though the Tigers battled back to tie the ball game at 4, Quakers came back with 4 and answered themselves. There's another pretty good pitch. Davis behind at 0-2. Remind you again, tomorrow night it is a 6 o'clock start time for game number 1 of our doubleheader in the 4-game series. Hayhurst again into the stretch, the pitch, check swing, first base side, right to the first baseman. The throw down, not caught by Probst. So Davis is out, 3 unassisted. And Shake will advance on the fielder's choice. So now the Quakers have a runner at second base with 1 out.
With 1 out, now batting the designated hitter, number 7, Danny Dopp.
Here's Danny Dopp. Danny 1 for 4, scored 2 runs earlier this afternoon. The stretch by Hayhurst, a check of the runner, and the pitch on the way is a good breaking ball. In there for a strike. By the way, only 3 other teams had gotten their season underway before today in the HCAC, as Mount St. Joe off to a 2-0 start. Hayhurst again will check the runner and will get Shake back in on the slide. Anderson, they've opened up with 2 losses. Transylvania, they've lost their first 2 games. Everyone else either being postponed yesterday or trying to play today. That pitch is low. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Fans all bundled up here today at Sadler Stadium. That wind has been the big difference here today, just keeping things very, very chilly as, again, Hayhurst will throw to second. Hoping things are better tomorrow, as we're expecting a lot of these clouds to finally get out of here, and I think it's been about 8 or 9 days since we've really seen some solid sunshine here in the Midwest here in Richmond. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. That bounces. Nice job by Holland's Head to backhand that one. 2 balls and a strike now to Danny Dopp. Hayhurst again will come set. The pitch on the way, grounded down the third base line. That'll be a fair ball. Rounding third is Shake. He will score into second base, and the throw not in time. And an RBI double by Danny Dopp, and the Quakers lead it 1-0. Earlham off to a fast start here in game number 2.
Now batting the first baseman, number 31, Addison Robertson.
Addison Robertson at the plate. Robertson 3 for 4. He scored 3 runs. He drove in a couple of runs in game number 1. Hayhurst will face Robertson for the first time today, and the pitch is on the way. Came with a fastball, swing and a miss. Earlham already with 2 hits in game number 2. The stretch. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball. This one hit into center field. Baker going back on it. Baker at the warning track makes the catch. Dopp will tag. He'll head to third. And there's 2 away. Hit well that time by Robertson. And McFadden will step to the plate with a runner again at third base. I know they give the freshmen some rather strange walk-up music, but
number 16, Andrew McFadden.
Pretty sure that said "Yummy, yummy, salad, salad." You ever heard a song like that? Well, you have now. Runner at third. Here's the pitch, and this one hit hard toward the second baseman. Stacy bobbles it, regains, and throws and gets the out at first base. We head to the second inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers on top of this one, 1-0.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Earlham Baseball being brought to you this afternoon by your Richmond area Subway. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. Every Friday the tuna, Saturday the Black Forest ham, and Sunday the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh.
Leading off the top of the second for Wittenberg, number 33.
We will head to inning number 2. Davis will lead things off. Walter Talcott got that ground ball double play, got him out of the first inning. The pitch on the way is hit to the right side. Second baseman throws to first. Jandro gets out number 1 here in the second. Here's Seifert.
With 1 out, now batting the first baseman, number 41, Jack Seifert.
Seifert steps to the plate, facing Talcott here in inning number 2. And time is called. Seifert 2 for 3, couple of runs scored, drove in a run in game number 1. Walter with the pitch, and a good breaking ball falls in for a strike. Talcott gets the sign here from Bach. The pitch on the way, hit well into center field, and that will be caught on the slide as Isaiah Shake will make the catch. They'll quickly get it back in. I think there's going to be a little discussion here on whether he trapped it or not. And, of course, that's going to be a hard thing to see when you're talking about 300 and some odd feet away, and I think they're going to say he trapped that baseball. Steve Sacka sits out talking with the home plate umpire, and I think that's going to be the case. They will call that a base hit. So Seifert is on, and that'll bring up Knox.
Shortstop, number 16, Hayden Knox.
Tough to see from where we are whether it was a trap or not. Knox 1 for 4 with an RBI in game 1. He'll face Walter for the first time. The pitch low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Second base runner now for the Tigers here in inning number 2. That pitch in there for a strike. We would do instant replay, but we're a pretty cheap company, so. Oh, we can do it? Oh, now we can. The stretch and the pitch. 2 balls and a strike. That's right. It's too much work. 1 away here in the second. Knox steps back in. Walter set to throw. Here's the stretch. And the pitch on the way, and it's in there for strike number 2. Good pitch by Talcott. Each team now with 2 hits. Talcott will come set. And the pitch on the way, low and inside, 3-2. Walter once again will throw this one. Look like they're going to go to the outside. That one's going to be hit to the left side, gets through, and McFadden unable to come up with it. That'll advance the runner to third. Now that should be an error on McFadden in left field. So now the Tigers have runners at first and third. Here is Hollinshead, the catcher.
With runners on the corners, now batting the catcher, number 55, Jack Hollinshead.
Third base hit now for the Tigers, and again, the error by McFadden in left. So now the Tigers threatening here in the second inning. The pitch on the way is right down the middle for a strike. Hollinshead 1 for 2, couple of RBI, couple of runs scored as well in game number 1. Walter's next pitch popped up to the right side. Here is Alec Bryan. He'll make the catch. Runner at third will tag. He better pick it up a little bit as he started kind of jog on his way to the plate. Ties the ball game at 1 apiece. And 1 away now here in the second inning. So Holland's Head will get the RBI and the sacrifice fly. Here's Gabe Stacy, his first look at Earlham pitching. We'll take that back, actually 2 away in the inning. There's a swing and a miss by Stacy. No balls and a strike. Gabe Stacy, a freshman out of Cincinnati. The stretch by Talcott, the pitch on the way, hit back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. So for Stacy, his first career base hit. And so now the Tigers have runners at first and second, 2 away. Here's Jordan Jolly. Jolly did not play in game number 1. A freshman out of Stowe, Ohio. So Walter in a little bit of trouble here in the second. He'll open up with a strike. And it's 0-1 now to the number 9 hitter. Already 4 hits now for the Tigers in 2 innings. That one hit foul. No balls, 2 strikes to Jolly. Knocks a lead at second. Stacy gets a lead down at first. Here's the stretch by Talcott. And the pitch on the way. That'll be hit toward the third baseman. As Sprocket will step on the bag, and that'll do it for the Tigers in the inning. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 2. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we're tied at 1. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Tigers score 1 out of 3 hits.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Head to the bottom of the second inning, tied at 1. It'll be Sprocket, Bach, and Jandro up for the Quakers.
Leading off the bottom of the second for Earlham, the third baseman, number 42, Sam Sprocket.
I mentioned Sprocket getting the start down at third, a freshman out of Liberty Township, Indiana. He'll ground this one to the left side. Davis charging and gets the out at first. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the second. Ian Bach will step to the plate with 1 away.
With 1 out, stepping up to the plate, the catcher, number 5, Ian Bach.
Ian 1 for 4, 2 runs driven in game number 1. Rare that you see both catchers getting the start in the second game of a doubleheader, but that's what's happening here today. Pitch is in there for a strike. Two 9-inning games again tomorrow. Here's the 0-1. Low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind continues to blow straight out center field. Here is the 1-1 pitch. This one hit well into right center field. That's going to be extra bases. Bach on his horse to second. Baker in center able to bring it back in, but not until Ian walks in with a stand-up double. So now the Quakers will bring in Jandro with a runner in scoring position. Jandro earlier today, 1 for 5. He drove in 2. Mark again out of Cincinnati. Chance to give the Quakers a lead now here in the bottom of the second inning. The stretch. And the pitch is low for a ball. Right-hander set to throw. That pitch way outside, backhanded by Hollingshead. That saved a wild pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Hayhurst will check the runner at second base. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way, low and outside, 3-0. Mark jumping ahead in the count here in his first look at Hayhurst. Quakers with 3 hits today, 4 hits now by Wittenberg in our second game. The stretch by Hayhurst. He'll check the runner again at second. Here's the slide step and the pitch. This one in there for strike. Jandro taking the whole way as he'll take a look down at third base. Really wants to try to get this ball to the right side if he can drive it. But again, the key is trying to get it to the right side, get your runner to third. Here's the stretch. And they'll bluff the runner back. No throw that time by Hayhurst. He and Bach had a pretty good lead. He'll be played behind by Probst. The stretch and the pitch hit to the right side. Exactly what he wanted to do. Bates will step on the bag. They get the runner to third. And now it's up to Alec Bryan.
With 2 outs, now batting the right fielder, number 2, Alec Bryan.
Alec Bryan getting the start today in right field. Alec out of Indianapolis, a sophomore, predominantly a backup last year. Hit .231 in limited action, and you'll see the first pitch in there for a strike. One thing they want to see Alec do is improve his offensive output this year. That pitch low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Does run well when he gets on base. The stretch and the 1-1 pitch just off the plate, 2-1. Alec, at least at this stage, will be a spot starter throughout the year. Here's your 2-1 pitch. This one hit foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it certainly help his cause if he can get a big hit right here, give the Quakers a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. One of those guys fighting for playing time. Here's the pitch. Popped up foul. Good cut by Bryan. Really consider Alec a much improved player defensively from what they saw last year in his workout early in the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the break-even pitch on the way, and it misses outside. 3-2. Ian Bach down at third base. He represents the go-ahead run. See what Hayhurst has in store right here as he comes set. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, and that'll go out of play. Alec hitting in the number 9 spot. Kendall Baker getting a rest in game number 2. Hayhurst trying to get out of trouble here in the bottom of the second as we have the payoff pitch on the way, and he lost it high. Good at bat for Alec Bryan. And the Quakers have runners at first and third, and we head to the top of the order in Isaiah Shake.
Back to the top of the order, now batting the center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Base hit for Isaiah in the first inning, scored the lone run for the Quakers. Now, we mentioned Alec Bryan is a pretty good runner. He is down at first base. We'll see if he will get the green light to go at some point. You have a good hitter at the plate in Isaiah Shake. Hayhurst will come set. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball. He's done that a couple of times. He opens up with a breaking pitch. Gets ahead of the hitter. Isaiah steps back in, throw to first, and I think they got him, and they did. Well, Alec gets picked off at first base, and that'll end the threat for the Quakers. We will head to the top of the third inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers and Tigers tied at 1.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Earlham Baseball being brought to you this afternoon by Chef KC, located at 1301 South L Street in Richmond. I grill while you chill. He caters for all events or occasions. Personal chef and traveling barbecue service, carry-out, and delivery is available. Chef KC, 1301 South L Street in Richmond. 1-1 as we head now to the top of inning number 3. Baker, Kenny, and Bates all due up.
Leading off the top of the third, number 7, Matt Baker.
Baker singled to lead things off in the first inning. It's part of that double play that ended things for the Tigers. And Walter's fastball has plenty of pop on it, a little bit high out of the zone, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Another fastball, this time right down the middle for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Baker. Here's the break-even pitch. That's a strike. And Walter jumps ahead at 1-2. He struggled in that second inning. Fell behind hitters after he got the first out. Ended up giving up the 1 run. Here's your 1-2 pitch. Hit foul. Again, tomorrow night we're scheduled for 2 again, a 6 o'clock start time for game 1. The Quakers will not play again until Saturday. Wilmington will be here Saturday. That's a noon start time. And then back on Sunday for a 1 o'clock start. The wind and the 1-2 pitch comes inside, and 2-2. Quakers thought they had a strikeout right there, but that pitch too far inside. Quakers will play 11 games at home before they head to Florida. Break-even pitch again, grounded toward the third baseman, Sprocket. He will field and throw to first in time, and there's one away. Here's Kenny. Kenny flew out his only time up.
The right fielder, number 9, Patrick Kenny.
Walter will see if he can get stronger as this one goes along. I think it generally has been the case. This one hit toward the second baseman. Jandro on to first, charging hard, makes the play right in front of Talcott. There are 2 away.
With 2 away,
and that'll bring up Bates.
DH, number 6, Tim Bates.
We go back to Walter's freshman year. That's not only was he a huge surprise for the Quakers in their run to the championship round of the HCAC tournament as that pitch inside, but he threw a ton of innings, and as the games would ride along, he just seemed to get stronger and stronger every time he took the baseball. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good high fastball. Boy, those are hard to lay off when you see that coming, and Bates couldn't do so. Bates 0 for 1 in game number 2. Outfield straightaway. McFadden, Shake, and Bryan. 1-1 pitch. This one hit well into left field. That is going to drive the left fielder back. McFadden, he'll make the catch, though, on the warning track, and that'll do it for the Tigers. Well hit by Bates. But the Quakers play it well, and we will head now to the bottom half of inning number 3 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers and the Tigers tied at 1 apiece.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sofRichmond.com.
Head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Shake was at the plate when Alec Bryan was picked off in the second.
Center fielder, number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Isaiah 1 for 1 with a run scored. So Isaiah essentially gets a free at bat right here after taking a look at Hayhurst in the second inning, and the pitch is up high, 1-0. Then we only saw a couple of pitches Still a chance to get a look at the right-hander. Here's the wind and the 1-0 delivery on the way. That's in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, Isaiah in that first game, as we said, he was on base 4 times, had 3 hits, scored twice, had a double. He stole a couple of bases as well. The Quakers had 5 stolen bases on the afternoon, so much like what we saw a year ago in a running baseball team, we see again so far this season. Hollins had went out a brief meeting with his right-hander, and this time Hayhurst drops in the off-speed pitch in there for a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch off the end of the bat, 2-2. Boy, Davis can work out in that number 2 hole. That's a huge, huge lift for this offense as that pitch is low. 3 balls and 2 strikes. You think about moving Davis up from the number 6 hole into the number 2 hole, be that contact hitter that you're looking for if you want to hit and run in the top of that order. That would be huge for this offense. This one hit foul. And we'll stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, everything early is a kind of a feeling out process, especially for a team that's filling in some gaps missing from a year ago in this offense. You had so many different big bats to replace. Payout pitch on the way is outside, and Isaiah will walk. Here's Davis. So the Quakers have a man on for the 3rd straight inning. They've only missed 1 inning so far in this doubleheader without a runner on base.
At bat, the shortstop, number 26, Trey Davis.
Davis grounded out his first time up. Always love it about the, usually 3rd time through. If the pitcher's still in there, you get a really good look at the starting pitchers. That pitch is low and outside. Kind of get an idea of what he's going to throw. And, of course, when your teammates come back into the dugout, you have a chance to chit-chat a little bit on what the right-hander may throw in what sequence. The stretch and the pitch outside 2-0, and boy, when you can get ahead of the pitcher too, that really plays into your hands as a hitter. So now Hollinshead will go back out and talk with Hayhurst again. Isaiah Shank, who again is down at first base, one of those guys he'll continue to jump around and really can make a pitcher nervous with him at first base. That'll draw the throw, and only a short lead that time by Isaiah. One game here in the 3rd. Quakers with a runner on base. Here's the stretch again by Hayhurst, and the pitch on the way. That caught the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Davis back in. Hayhurst a check of the runner first. Here's the pitch on the way. That one fouled off. Good cut by Davis. And we'll go to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Could be a time right here for Isaiah Shake to get a chance to steal a base. Isaiah, a couple of stolen bases in game 1. Short lead so far at first base. The stretch, the pitch, and that comes inside and hits Davis. Boy, you hate to see that happen if you're Hayhurst. Tried to come inside. You had a 2-2 count. So now the Quakers have runners at first and second and no outs. Here's Danny Dopp.
At bat for the DH, number 7, Danny Dopp.
Dopp doubled and drove in the game's only run for the Quakers back in the first inning. Now has runners at first and second. Let's see if they can get to Hayhurst here in inning number 3. The stretch by the right-hander in the pitch is a called strike. Danny with that run driven in picks up his first RBI of the 2018 campaign. Hayhurst again will check the runner at second base. Good lead by Shake. The pitch on the way to the plate, hit high in the air. Left center field. Baker and Jolly going back on it. See you later. 3-run shot for Danny Dopp. And the Quakers lead it now 4-1. Boy, he got every bit of that one.
Danny Dopp with the Quaker home run.
That was one of those that was what you would consider a no-doubter. Dopp, by the way, has now driven in all 4 runs for the Quakers in this one. Here's Robertson.
Number 31, Addison Robertson.
Well, we talk about Dopp. If he stays healthy, he can have a heck of a year. He, by the way, had just 1 home run last year. Pitches a fastball inside 1-0. But he also drove in 32 runs 1 year ago. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Popped him up high in the air, shallow center, coming in Baker. And Baker on a long run makes the catch. He started back and then got Robertson in shallow center field for out number 1. That was awful close. Probst was going out. That ball didn't carry as far as Baker thought it would.
Fielder number 16, Andrew McFadden.
Here's McFadden. McFadden 0 for 1. Takes the pitch for a strike. You know, Dopp, who had hit .316 last year. Breaking pitch stays low and inside. They moved him around a little bit, had a chance to play some third base. Can be a catcher as well, but they really want to keep him in the lineup every day that they possibly can. 2 balls and a strike. And again, the other idea is maybe play him a little bit at first base if they get an opportunity. Here's the 2-1 pitch, low and outside, 3-1. Sackett says the one thing they've got to do is make sure Dopp stays healthy, too. That's a bat they can't afford to lose. Here's your 3-1 pitch, high fly ball. Center fielder coming over Baker. He will call everyone off, make the catch for out number 2. So with 2 away, that'll bring up Sam Sprocket.
With 2 outs, now batting the third baseman, number 42, Sam Sprocket.
Sprocket 0 for 1. Grounded out back in the second inning. By the way, that home run for the Quakers, their first of the year. This one hit into right center field. That's going to be trouble. That falls in. Sprocket will make a wide turn and head back to first base, but a 2-out single for Sam Sprocket. So the Quakers keep it going here in the third inning. That'll be the 5th base hit now by the Quakers.
Stepping up to the plate, the catcher.
And here's Ian Bach.
Ian Bach.
Bach doubled his only time up. And now Sprocket at first base. The stretch by Hayhurst. The slide step and the pitch, and it's a called strike. Ian now with 2 hits and 5 at-bats in the doubleheader. Stretch again by Hayhurst. Here's the pitch. High and outside. And the count is even, a 1 ball and 1 strike. Quakers now 4 runs and 5 hits. The stretch by Hayhurst, a check of the runner at first. The delivery on the way comes inside as Ian backs away. 2 balls and a strike. See if Sprocket will take off down at first base. You have a 4-1 lead early. Here's the pitch. This one hit foul. That one down the right field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Could be a good count right here for Sprocket at first base. No one throwing in the Wittenberg bullpen yet. Quakers have now had, 3 extra base hits off the right-hander Hayhurst. The stretch and the pitch on the way. It's inside, 3-2. 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We will begin to see some of the shadows. Now you see the shadow from the press box now covering home plate, so the hitter has to see the ball coming from the sunshine into the shadow. Throw to first, not in time to get Sprocket. Hitters have to adjust pretty quick seeing the baseball and then comes into the dark. Here is again a throw to first, and he gets by the first baseman Bates. Sprocket heading to second, and they'll keep him right there. So that'll be an error. And the Quakers now have a runner at second base with 2 outs. So the Tigers pick up an error here this afternoon in game number 2. Each team with 1 error. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hayhurst a runner at second. The pitch on the way and threw that one over his head. So now Earlham with runners at first and second. Here is the number 8 hitter in the lineup, Jandro.
At bat, the second baseman, number 40, Mark Jandro.
Love his walk-up music. By the way, I understand the freshmen, they don't get a chance to pick their walk-up music. It's picked for them. The stretch by Hayhurst. The pitch on the way, hit foul. Good cut by Jandro. Quakers have Sprocket at second base, Ian Bach down at first, and right now Hayhurst just trying to get out of the inning. Wittenberg, they don't want to go to their bullpen yet. They've got 2 games yet to come tomorrow. The 0-1 pitch. This one hit into right center field. And the reaching up, making the catch is Baker on the run. And that possibly saved 2 runs right there. So that will do it for the Quakers, though the big home run by Danny Dopp, the 3-run shot. And the Quakers, as we head to the 4th inning, on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers lead this one 4-1.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Earlham baseball being brought to you this afternoon by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on that transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-30-400. Davis, Seaford, and Knox will lead things off for the Tigers. We move to the fourth inning. Davis 0 for 1 against Walter Talcott. Walter a run and 4 hits thus far as that pitch is a strike. You know, the way Walter had pitched in his freshman year, if you gave him 4 runs, you pretty much knew that game was over. That one is chopped foul at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, everyone's curious to see how his stamina will be in his junior season after losing so much time last year. Coaches think he's just fine. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. They'll take that back. That's going to do it for Davis. 3 straight. He's done. 1 away here in the fourth inning. Here's Seaford.
With 1 out, now that
Seaford singled in the second inning. Walter gets the sign from Ian. Here's the pitch, and he opens up with a strike. Seaford, tall right-handed hitter, steps back in as Walter shakes off the first sign. And now is set to throw. Here's the pitch on the way. Boy, defensive swing there by Seaford. Seaford down on the count at 0-2. He was caught between whether he wanted to swing at that one or not, and by the time he committed, it was too late. Walter again gets the sign as he's set to throw. Here is the 0-2 pitch, and breaking ball got him swinging. So 2 quick outs here in the fourth inning. Here's Knox.
With 2 away, now batting the shortstop, number 16, Hayden Knox.
Knox singled to left field his first time up. 1 of 4 hits for the Tigers here in game number 2 as Walter's pitch on the way, and that drops in for a strike, and kind of get the feeling now he's getting into a rhythm. Helps with a 3-run lead here in the fourth. Walter set to throw. The next pitch is a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. The break-even pitch on the way. Boy, good breaking ball. Stays a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike. We mentioned Wilmington will be in here on Saturday and Sunday. Kalamazoo the following Saturday and Sunday. And then Quakers head to Florida. Good fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On a recruiting standpoint, with the Quakers having such a big year last year and going to the NCAA tournament, you get a chance to sell your team that you go to Florida. That's huge for a D3 school. Breaking pitch low and outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Talked about it in game 1 where they'll play 6 games in basically 4 days. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Knocks back in. Here's the pitch by Talcott. Got him looking. Walter strikes out the side. That'll do it for the Tigers. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers on top of this one, 4-1.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Quakers on top. This one 4-1. Hayhurst is back in for another inning of work. Alec Bryan will lead things off, followed by Isaiah Shank and Dre Davis. Alec walked in the second inning, was picked off to end things in inning number 2, and now the Tigers, they're out checking out the second baseman, Stacy. Well, if he had something in his eye, he is still working with his glasses. Of course, he'll be facing not much of a sun coming in anymore at this point, but they went out to check him out to make sure he's okay. So now Bryan will step to the plate, and Hayhurst, the right-hander, ready to throw in his first pitch to Bryan. Bunt laid down, and it's bunted foul. Alec, one of several sophomores on this team getting their chance to get some playing time this year. This is a high fly ball, center field. Baker is there. There's one away. That'll bring up Isaiah Shank at the top of the order.
With one out, now batting number 33, Isaiah Shank.
Isaiah singled into first. He walked in the third inning. He has scored twice in game number 2. He's been on base a lot in this doubleheader. Ground ball left side. Davis, the third baseman, the strong throw, and they'll get Shake on one pitch. And that'll bring up Davis with 2 away. I mentioned Isaiah in that first game. He was on base all 4 times. He'd gone 6 straight getting on base until that ground out. Davis hit by pitches last time up. He scored a run. And the pitch by Hayhurst in there for a strike. Tigers won 13 games last year. They lost to only 2 seniors. Swing and a miss. They like their returning players and the mixture of the freshmen they have. Probably early to say that they would compete in the North Coast Athletic Conference. But you would get a feeling maybe over the next couple of years. Here's a chopper to the third baseman. Davis again bobbles it, then throws late. And safe at first base is Davis. I would think with the bobble they'd give him an error, but we will wait and see as Danny Dopp will step to the plate.
At bat number 7, Danny Dopp.
If you like home cooking, you give him a base hit. If you're on the road, he gets an error. They're going to say an error on the third baseman, Davis. Danny, of course, the 3-run home run back in the third inning. Another throw to first. Of course, there should be 2 errors on the board now for the Tigers. Had the pitching error, throw to first base earlier, and there's a ground ball foul. And they tried to throw over to first and pick off Sam Sprocket, who was at first base. No balls and a strike, 2 outs. Outfield straight away as Jolly, Baker, and Kenny. Well, they really have. Davis has Hayhurst worried at first base. We know Davis has good speed. We haven't seen him yet here in game 2 display that speed. Here's the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Danny behind now, no balls and 2 strikes. Very light breeze right now. Was blowing pretty well earlier, but now it's kind of calmed down to a light breeze straight out center field still. The 0-2 pitch on the way is up high. Pretty good waste pitch that time by Hayhurst. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hayhurst will come set. Checks the runner at first. Runner takes off. The pitch high and inside. The throw not in time. Even if it was caught by Probst cleanly, Davis gets the steal. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to the hitter, Danny Dopp. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, third baseman Davis. Looks the runner back. I don't know why. Throws to first and gets the out there, and that'll do it for the Quakers. We will head to the top of the 5th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers on top 4-1.
For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Hey, I want to remind you, as always, check out Earlham's website, goearlham.com, for all the latest baseball and sports information. Of course, the lacrosse season coming up very soon, as both the men and women will get their season underway within the next week or so. You can check out their upcoming schedule on goearlham.com. Head to the 5th inning. Catcher Hollins Head will lead things off, followed by Stacy and Jolly. Tigers so far just 4 hits off of Walter Talcott. Second look now for Hollins Head for the right-hander Talcott. Here's the pitch on the way, and that one jams him, ground ball right side. Coming over is the second baseman, Jandro, makes the play at first, and there's 1 pitch and 1 out. Boy, he just rode in on the hands of Hollins Head. Jammed him really hard with that fastball. Quickly 1 away, and here is Stacy. Stacy picked up a single back in the 2nd inning. So he gets another look at Walter for the 2nd time, and a breaking ball just a little bit high. One run, 4 hits, 2 errors on the board now for the Tigers. Fastball, ground ball. Davis behind the bag, strong throw to first. He's got a great arm. And there's 2 away. Jordan Jolly will step to the plate for the second time.
With 2 away, now batting the left fielder, number 4, Jordan Jolly.
Jordan 0 for 1, a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Quakers trying to pull off a doubleheader sweep to start the 2018 campaign. 2 more games again tomorrow night. There's a strike. Talked about it in the first game. Once the Quakers get done with their Florida trip, they come back and make another road trip to Heidelberg. This one chopped over the mound. Davis charging, throws, and in time. Jolly didn't like the call, but the umpire right there, Davis with that strong arm, makes a great throw. We head to the bottom half of inning number 5 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers lead this one 4-1.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Quakers with a 3-run lead. It'll be Robertson to lead things off. Robertson, McFadden, and Sprocket all due up. By the way, if you want to check out the Quakers baseball schedule when you'll get a chance to come on out here to Sadler Stadium and see them play, go to GoEarlham.com. Maybe for a alum down in the Fort Pierce area in Florida, you can come see the Quakers as well during their stay there. There's a swing and a miss. Quakers will play that first game on Tuesday, March the 13th. They'll get a bright and early start on that one. That's at 10 o'clock start time. And now Hollins head back out. He's made a ton of visits to the mound in the 2 games. Boy, Quakers get into that home portion of their schedule in conference play. They're home a lot. They play Bluffton here for 2, Hanover here for 2, St. Joe for 2, Transylvania for 2, and Manchester for 2. Grounded foul. Ask Coach Sack whether you like the schedule this year where you don't play 27 games, you just play 18, and you're going to have to wait and see whether he likes it or not once they get to the end of the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball stays inside. You really have less opportunity to make errors when we talk about losing games at any point because you don't have as many conference games. But you do get one more team in the playoffs, which is a plus. That one chopped foul left side. Quakers road contest this year in the conference. They'll play at Rose April the 4th, Defiance the 14th of April. They go to Franklin and Anderson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hayhurst with a pitch. Lined into right field, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. So Robertson leads things off here in the 5th inning. Quakers pick up their 6th base hit. And that'll bring up McFadden.
16, Andrew McFadden.
McFadden so far 0 for 2 today. Boy, you talk about that lineup in game number 1. McFadden got the start in game number 2 in left field. As that pitch outside the strike zone, 1 ball, no strikes. McFadden started in left field in game 1. The Quakers ended up with 4 different players. They were not in a Quaker uniform a year ago and ended up picking up an 11-7 win. Jandro Davis, Pinsura, and Madden all got the start in game 1. Here's the pitch. Hit foul. Good cut. One ball, 1 strike now to McFadden. Robertson would be a good candidate right here to actually get out and run on the throw by Hayhurst. As that pitch low and outside, 2 balls and a strike. I mentioned in game 1, the Quakers at one point had the 1 stolen base. Then they started running, ended up with 5. So far, just a single stolen base in this one. That one lined into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Quakers. Here is Sam Sprocket. We have a visit to the mound, and we may see a new pitcher. The pitcher we saw in the first game for just 1 hitter will be coming in here in game number 2. We'll tell you about that pitcher coming up in just a moment. Pitching change here for the Tigers. This is Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Well, the new pitcher for the Tigers will be Luke Campbell, the right-hander out of Middletown, Ohio. We saw him pitched his 1 hitter in the first game. He will now come in with 2 runners on base, and Sam Sprocket at the plate. Sprocket singled his last time up.
Sam Sprocket.
Quakers with 7 base hits. So Sprocket steps in, runners at first and second. Campbell will have the catcher go back through the set of signs once again. The stretch by Campbell. And the pitch on the way, bunted foul right at the feet of Sprocket. No balls and a strike. Quakers picked up a single run in the first inning. It was a 3-run shot in the third that has been the difference. That the Danny Dopp 3-run home run. Campbell will come set, checks the runner at second base. Here's the pitch, and it's low for a ball. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Campbell again comes set. Here's the pitch. That one comes inside. Bunted by Sprocket. Good bunt. And that throw is off the mark at first base as Campbell's throw is wide. And everybody is safe, and that'll be an error on Campbell. So that'll be the third error of the ball game now for the Tigers. And Earlham has the bases loaded with no outs now for Ian Bach. Well, Campbell fielded the baseball, had plenty of time to make the throw, was just off the mark, and now Bach steps up and takes that one for a strike. And now the Quakers can really open this thing up here in the fifth inning. Ian doubled back in the second, walked in the third inning. The stretch by Campbell, the pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Ian behind a no balls and 2 strikes. It doesn't appear that Campbell has a real hard fastball. Bach will have to kind of sit back and wait on a little bit. He's behind at 0-2. Let's see if he'll guess right here. Here is the fake to third. Nobody there. Davis well off the line at third base as Robertson is there. McFadden at second and Sprocket down at first. Stretch again by Campbell. The pitch on the way and a breaking ball stays high and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Quakers again in this fifth inning. Another inning in which they've had multiple base runners. That's been kind of the norm today. The pitch way outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Quakers have had just 1 inning in which they have not had a base runner. That was back in game 1 in the 3rd inning. Campbell once again, the break-even pitch on the way, lifted high in the air to the right side, and that will go into the bullpen, and will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck for the Quakers, John Drow hoping to get a good look at Campbell as well. There's no one throwing in the Wittenberg bullpen, so they may be leaving this one up to Campbell. Campbell, long look into his catcher. Here's the pitch. This one hit well into left field. That's going to go off the monster. Robertson will score. McFadden will score. Sprocket stays at second base, and a long single by Ian Bach, but he drives in 2 runs. And the Quakers now lead this one 6-1. So Bach with his second base hit.
You're getting to be a big boy. Now batting number 40, Mark Jandro.
Here's Jandro. We got to figure out what his walk-up song is, too. Quakers now with 8 base hits. The pitch by Campbell, bunted. Campbell's going to have to field his position again, comes off and throws it wildly again. Sprocket will score. Bach on to third. The ball gets loose at second base. That will score Bach. And the Quakers add 2 more runs, and we're probably looking at 2 errors on the play. So now the Quakers lead at 8-1. And here's Alec Bryan. That one hit hard but foul. Alec so far today a walk. And he flew out in the 4th inning. Quakers on top of this one 8-1. This is another 4-run inning. And by the way, there are still no outs. Here's the pitch. And it's low. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The stretch by Campbell. He'll check the runner at second. Here's the pitch on the way. And this one is low and inside. And, boy, again, no one throwing in the Wittenberg bullpen as they're leaving this one up to Campbell. The stretch by Campbell. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quakers now 8 runs, 9 hits. This is now the 6th hitter of the inning, and still no outs for the Tigers. We have the top of the order coming up as well now for Earlham. Campbell again with the pitch. Missed it low and inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Campbell looking the runner back. One of the things Quakers have done rather successfully over the years, take advantage of other teams' mistakes, and they're doing it again here this afternoon in game number 2. And with the way that Walter Talcott is throwing, you would think 8 runs will be enough. Hit foul. Good cut again by Alec Bryan, hitting in the number 9 hole. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way. Grounded third base side. Davis knocks it down. Ball squirts away. Coming over is Stacy, the second baseman. But that'll be an infield base hit for Alec Bryan. And now runners at first and third. There are still no outs. And here's Isaiah Shake.
Now batting number 33, Isaiah Shake.
Isaiah grounded out his last time up. Alec Bryan at first base is another potential stolen base candidate right here. So the catcher coming out from behind the plate, flashing a series of signs what they want to do with the baseball. As Campbell set to throw, the right-hander's pitch is on the way, and it's up high for a ball. Isaiah opened up the game with a base hit in the bottom of the first inning. He has scored twice here in game number 2. Now we're going to see some activity in the Wittenberg bullpen. Fly ball, right center field. Baker is there, tagging at third. And scoring. And the Quakers now lead this one 9-1. Jandro trots across the plate for his first run in game number 2.
Now batting number 26, Dre Davis.
Here is Dre Davis. Runner takes off, throw down to second base, and got him. Alec Bryan thrown out at second base trying to steal. Nice throw by the catcher. He threw that one from his knees to get the out of Alec Bryan, so 2 away. 1 ball and no strikes now to Davis. And pitch in there for a strike. Hollinshead showing his arm in the stolen base attempt. This one hit down the right field line and diving, and that's going to be a foul ball. Good effort by Kenny as he laid out. Davis would have had the easy double right there. So 1-2 now to Davis. 5 runs in the inning. Davis has been on base twice here in the second contest as the pitch by Campbell way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The break-even pitch on the way. That's going to be foul-tipped, and Davis will stay alive. Well, tomorrow night's supposed to be the first night game, but I think we're going to see the lights here soon. I would bet on it. I think we should refuse to turn them on. We've advertised tomorrow night. It's going to stay that way. Ground ball, third base side. That's going to be a foul ball. That would have been interesting. You had Davis against Davis, and I think that our Davis might have beat their Davis. We'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, it is 5:30. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning, 4 innings to play. The odds are it's not going to happen. This one hit to right field, and playing that one perfectly is Kenny, and that'll do it for the Quakers, but a big inning. Quakers pick up 5 runs. We moved to inning number 6 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers on top of this one, 9-1. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Drive in for the win and drive out with savings. It's a savings drive only at Wetzel Ford. Choose from our huge selection and drive away with a win. Right now, you can lease a 2017 Fusion S for only $249 a month for 36 months. Or lease a 2018 Flex for only $339 a month for 36 months. Or save over $4,500 and get 1.9% APR for 60 months on our huge selection of F-150 XLTs. Drive in for great savings during the Savings Drive at Wetzel Ford Richmond.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
We head to inning number 6. Walter Talcott now spotted with an 8-run lead. The excitement of this game is all gone other than whether we turn the lights on. And we're currently taking bets, an over and under. How many minutes before 6 will they turn them on? It's before or after. I say 5 after 6 is about the time.
Number 7, Matt Baker.
Here's Baker. Baker 1 for 2. Walter's first pitch to Baker here in the 6th inning is a fastball in there for a strike. Well, you're talking about at least another 3.5 innings. And on our average right now, we won't get done till 8. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a joke, everybody. I'm trying to lighten the mood a little bit here. The mode. Alley mode. Baker, get it? Alley mode. No balls, 2 strikes. We are going to be giddy by the end of this one. Walter will have time called by Baker. Walter Jenner, a little faster worker than what we have seen in this at bat as that one hit foul. We'll stay at no balls, 2 strikes. We will maybe dig out the fan cam on our next one. We're going to go downstairs and spy on some people. There they are. Well, that blew me out of the water. We're not even at 5:35 yet. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's low for a ball. Generally, though, you're not supposed to turn the lights on while the play is going on. You're supposed to wait till the half inning to warm up. 1-2 to Baker. So much for the big celebration tomorrow night. The lights are coming on tonight. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for Baker. Well, now there's no reason to show up tomorrow. Here's Kenny.
With one out, now batting number 9, Patrick Kenny.
Kenny so far 0 for 2 against Talcott. Walter will get the sign from Ian. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike. Looks like we'll have our last gasp of sunlight here this afternoon as that breaking pitch just outside. Try to get the old backdoor curveball in there for a strike. Kenny back in as Talcott gets the sign, the late kick, and the pitch, and that fastball sails up high and nearly took the catcher's mitt off of Ian Bach. 2-1. Walter has a pretty good fastball. He's not a very big guy. He might go 5'9", 5'8", or 5'9", but he can really put some heat on the fastball when he wants to. There's a ground ball to Davis, the shortstop. Davis makes the throw. There's 2 away. Here's Bates. Bates is 0 for 2, lined out his last time up.
Now batting number 6, Tim Bates.
We got to get our fan cam ready to go here in a minute. That one hit foul. No balls and a strike. Look, we zoomed in too far. We're trying to get it back out again. They keep telling me quit playing with the equipment. 1 ball, 1 strike. I want to see what that button would do. Popped him up to the right side as the first baseman Robertson will give that one a look. Our press box has taken a hit twice. And we got it back where we're supposed to. 1-2. Now to Bates. 2 away here in the top half of inning number 6. That pitch high and inside, 2-2. Here's the break-even pitch on the way, and it's inside for ball 3. The payoff pitch now by Walter, swung on and missed. He'll strike out 2 in the inning. That'll do it as we head to the bottom half of inning number 6.
No runs, no
On the
hits,
Wesley
no runs,
Bates
and
Wealth
that left
Management
on
scoreboard,
for the Tigers.
Quakers lead this one 9-1.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
We will head to the bottom half of inning number 6. New pitcher in, we will see Jack Bayhurst, a freshman out of Cleveland.
Jack Bayhurst now pitching for the Tigers.
Looks like the Quakers will make a change here as Corey Arnold will be hitting for Danny Dopp. So Arnold, big right-handed hitter, steps in here in the 6th inning, and the pitch by Bayhurst is low for a ball. Arnold out of Hamilton, Ohio. He's a sophomore. That pitch inside 2-0. Low and outside, 3 balls and no strikes. There we go. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Let me play with it a little bit more. Bayhurst, tall right-hander, set to throw. The pitch is up high, and that'll be ball 4, and Arnold on base here in the 6th inning. Here's Robertson.
At bat number 31, Addison Robertson.
Robertson singled in the 5th inning. He is 1 for 2 today. Had a sacrifice fly back in the 1st. Arnold again a lead at first base. The pitch is up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the lights officially on for the first time here as the Quakers were hoping to play into the lights tomorrow for the first time, but that's happening now tonight. That pitch in there for a strike. We are witnessing baseball history. The pitch popped him up. On the left side, the shortstop, Probst, is there, makes the catch, and 1 away. Here's McFadden, the salad guy.
Andrew McFadden.
Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. McFadden singled in the 5th inning. Breaking pitch by Bayhurst in there for strike 0-1. Stretch by Bayhurst as he checks the runner at first. The pitch on the way, popped him up. And who's going to make the play on this one as the catch made at the last second by the catcher. Good job by Hollinshead. Well, you had the first baseman coming in, you had the pitcher coming in, and right at the last second, Hollinshead reaches out and makes the catch. 2 away, and here is Sprocket.
Number 42, Sam Sprocket.
Sprocket scored a run in the 5th inning. He'll take that pitch for a strike. Quakers 9 runs on 10 hits. The stretch by Bayhurst and the pitch. Grounded toward the third baseman, Davis. He'll bobble it again, and everybody is safe. Six errors on the board now for the Tigers.
Now batting number 5, Ian Bach.
Here's Ian Bach. Bach's been on base all 3 times in our second contest. Doubled back in the second, walked in the third, and singled and scored a run in the 5th inning. 2 runners on, 2 away here in the bottom of inning number 6. The stretch and the pitch. Inside for a ball. Ian catching both games of our doubleheader here today as that one is sliced foul. Not a surprise that you had Cody Krumloff would more often than not catch both games of a doubleheader. 1 ball and 1 strike. Arnold at second base, Sprocket at first. The stretch. And Bayhurst steps away, and they get him for a balk on that one. So now the Quakers have runners at second and third. Now we have a visit to the mound. As long as this doubleheader going today, we might still be here by tomorrow. And then you begin to wonder, how much do you have to say to this young man? You just made a little mistake right here. You're down 9-1. You run out there and say, don't do that again. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ian Bach. Bayhurst with the pitch. Trying to break off a curveball, 2-1. Another visit to the mound, which in Major League Baseball they're going to limit. Yeah, I gave you the fan cam. That's 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch on the way, lifted high in the air, down the line, and that's going to go off the monster. Arnold will score. Sprocket will score. Into second base with the doubles, Ian Bach, his second double of the ball game. And the Quakers now lead this one 11-1.
You're getting to be a big boy.
Here's Chandro. I promise I will ask about that. By the way, Ian, his second double of the ball game. Swing and a miss by Jandro. He's down in the count 0-1. Jandro singled in the 5th inning. Beginning of that walk-up says, you're getting to be a big boy. Pitch in there for a strike. Almost sounds like a nursery rhyme or something, yeah. 0-2. Some of these baseball players can be really ruthless. Well, the Quakers scoring 11 runs in the first game, 11 more here in game 2. Hit foul. We will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. We may see all kinds of changes for the Quakers here in the last few innings. Give Quakers a chance to see some of the younger guys. That one's hit into left field, and there is Jolly to make the catch, and the marathon inning is over. We head to the top of the 7th inning in a game not as close as that score may indicate. Quakers on top of this one, 11-1.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
Walter Talcott is ready to pitch his 7th inning. Looks like we have a new first baseman. Dorian Holmes will take over at first.
First base, number 4, Dorian Holmes.
Holmes has been moved from a full-time pitcher now to a full-time first baseman. So Holmes again will take over at first, and we will see Davis lead things off here in the 7th inning. Walter, 6 innings so far, giving up 4 hits, a single run. And the pitch down to Davis on the way, hit back up the middle. Saw a fastball, took it right back where it came from, and Davis will pick up the 5th hit of the day now for the Tigers in game number 2, and that'll bring up now Seifert. We may have a pinch runner at first, and we will. That is going to be Hamrick. He got some playing time in the first game at third base, so Hamrick will pinch run for Davis.
At first base, number 10, David Hamrick.
Here in the 7th. Seifert so far today has scored a run. He has 1 base hit, a strikeout, 1 for 2 in game number 2. He will see Walter for the 3rd time here this afternoon. The stretch and the pitch lined into center field. Shake, a run at it just for a moment. That one fell quickly, and it falls in for a base hit. So back-to-back singles now for the Tigers. And they've come out hitting that first pitch of Walter Talcott's, and that'll bring up Knox.
Now batting number 16, Hayden Knox.
Knox struck at his last time looking in the fourth inning. The stretch by Talcott and the pitch on the way. Check swing, he went around. No balls and a strike now to Knox. Hamrick down at second base. Seifert is at first. There is a left-hander now starting to warm up for the Quakers as Walter pitching here in the seventh inning. Now we'll step off and look the runner back at second base. Walter looks into Bach to get the side. Runners again at first and second, 11-1 Quakers. Stretch by Walter, and the pitch is low for a ball. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the break-even pitch, caught the outside corner for strike 2. Walter now gets the sign from Ian as he comes set. The pitch and a breaking ball in the dirt, heading to third, and the tag laid on, not in time by Sprocket. That'll be a wild pitch as the runners will advance. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Knox a chance now to get some runs across here for the Tigers, trailing at 11-1. Talcott again into the stretch. Here's the pitch on the way. Grounded third base side. Sprocket will throw to first. They'll get the out there. They'll throw back to third, and they throw it wild. And no advancement, though, by Seifert as the run will score. And with 1 away, that'll bring up Hollinshead, the number 7 hitter.
Now batting number 55, Jack Hollinshead.
So 1 away, and Hollinshead 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. That happened back in the second inning, 11-2. Hollinshead grounded out his last time up. So again, 1 away here in the inning, and the pitch is outside. No balls and a strike. Walter with the sign once again. Here's the pitch on the way, and a breaking ball is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Seifert down at third. Outfield straightaway, and the pitch, a called strike. Six hits now by the Tigers in game number 2. Time will be called now by Hollinshead, who steps out and now regains his composure to get back in there and try it again. The pitch, hit foul, good cut. That's a home run cut right there. Top of inning number 7 as Walter's pitch, swing and a miss. Got him on the inside. 2 away, and that'll bring up Stacy.
At bat number 8, Gabe Stacy.
Stacy 1 for 2, singled back in the second inning. The stretch and the pitch, that one's fouled off. Maybe Walter's last inning, no matter what. They'll get him through 7. There is a right-hander and a left-hander throwing in the Quaker bullpen. Dominic Michael is a freshman who's the right-hander now throwing. Left-hander throwing. The left-hander's 37. Is that Radka, the freshman out of Uniontown? That pitch is low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Michael is out of Salingville, Ohio. Radka's out of Uniontown, Ohio, and both again are freshmen. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way, popped him up. Should be an easy play for Davis. He'll make the catch, and we will head to the bottom of the 7th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers on top of this one, 11-2.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Well, it's been all Quakers here today in game number 2. Looks like we have a change. Jeremy McAlsey will step in. Center field. So I guess that's Jeremy McLeese out of Uniontown, Ohio. He'll be in center field now. Baker is out. He is a freshman who will take over again in center field. Looks like we may have a new catcher as well, as Andrew Hammond, a sophomore, is now behind the plate. So we'll try to get these as we go here. That is going to be, see if we have a new pitcher here. That is going to be number 43. No, Beher stays in. So McAleese. Jeremy McAleese again in center. And this score sheet will not look good by the time we're done. We know that Kendall Baker is going to come back in. Alec Bryan will lead it off. So it looks like Baker will be at the top of the order. Alec Bryan will step up, singled his last time up. So we get an early look at the lights here, the new lights at Sadler Stadium. They were just turned on earlier this week, and Expect to debut them officially tomorrow, but we get a look at them here tonight. So we get later and later in the evening at 6:03. The pitch on the way, jams him. Coming off the mound, Bayhurst, and he'll flip on to first base. There's one away. Here's Kendall Baker. Kendall looking for his first hit of the 2018 season. Will step to the plate for the first time here in game number 2. Bayhurst with the pitch. Baker showing bunt. He'll draw the third baseman in, and that pitch high out of the strike zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Hamrick will now play pretty much even with the bag as that pitch low, ball 2. Tomorrow, as we mentioned, the Quakers will open up with Kyle Gorman. Well, he had a good freshman year. This one lifted in the air over the shortstop. That's a base hit. So Kendall Baker gets his first hit of the season, and he'll be on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And now we will see another new hitter as Brian Pinsura will step up to the plate. He played and got the start in game number 1. So he'll hit for Davis in the number 2 hole. Bayhurst set to throw the pitch on the way, popped him up on the right side. Shallow right field for Kenny, and he'll make the catch, 2 away. And now we'll see Corey Arnold. Arnold hit for Danny Dopp in the 6th inning.
With 2 outs, now batting number 18, Corey Arnold.
Arnold steps up for the 2nd time. Kendall Baker at first base. I doubt they'll have him stealing with an 11-2 lead. That one hit foul. No balls and a strike. You okay? I was worried about you. Bayhurst will get the sign as he comes set on the pitch as a breaking ball. That's a pretty good curveball that drops in. And the count 0-2 now to Arnold. Mentioned that Andrew Hammond out of Newark, Ohio, has taken over behind the plate. He's listed as a catcher, outfielder, and a third baseman. That one hit to the right side. That's going to be a base hit. So Arnold going the opposite way. And now we will see Dorian Holmes step to the plate for the first time. Boy, a year ago we were playing this late. It was getting very, very dark at times late in the ball game, but now with the new lights here at Sadler Stadium, Quakers have a chance to play some night games this year, which will be big. Pitch is a little bit outside. You know, the one thing about getting lights, perhaps one of these days they can maybe make Sadler Stadium a permanent home for the HCAC tournament. Maybe even draw a regional at some point. That is the thinking. Pitch is up high. Of course, the one thing they'd have to do is get some more seating here. 2-0 now to Holmes. But they're looking long-term. 2-0 now to Holmes. A converted pitcher into an infielder. As that pitch is low and inside, 3-0. Holmes will give them an extra left-handed bat. Dorian, a senior out of Indianapolis. Really felt that if he's going to stay as a pitcher, there really wouldn't be much opportunity for him this year. And that pitch drops in for a strike, 3-1. But now he gets a chance to show what he can do at the plate. Once again, with having a left-handed bat, another left-handed bat possibly in the lineup, or a pinch hitter will help. Here's your 3-1 pitch on the way, hit hard and fouled down the right field line. 3-2. Quakers have managed now 13 hits. Well, they've gone double-double in the first 2 games of this college baseball season. This one hit into center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Another run will cross the plate as Baker will make it 12-2. How about Holmes? So Dorian Holmes comes through. Here is James Grace. Grace, a freshman outfield out of Mason, Ohio.
James Grace.
So Grace will step to the plate for the first time. Quakers now with 14 base hits. Bayhurst is in apparently for the long haul as that pitch is up high. 1 ball and no strikes. Grace, one of the 13 freshmen in this latest recruiting class. That drops in for a strike. 1-1 now to Grace. Quakers have now brought 5 position players off their bench in this second game. This one's popped up to the right side. First baseman is there, and Bates will squeeze that one for out number 3. We will head to the top of the 8th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers on top of this one, 12-2.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Quakers will have a new pitcher, and we've got some other changes we'll try to grab as we go throughout here in inning number 8. The new pitcher for the Quakers will be Matt Ratka out of Uniontown, Ohio. He is a freshman, again a left-hander. Sam Sprocket still at third base. Looks like the new shortstop
leading off the top of the 8th
is Pinsura.
Number 4, Jordan Jolly.
See if Baker, I think Baker has taken over in center field. And a swing and a miss. Jolly at the plate. He is 0 for 2. We mentioned again Baker in center. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Radka, the left-hander, set to throw that pitch. Will get away from the new catcher now for the Quakers as well. That's Josh Wilson. He is out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch on the way popped him up. Third baseman, actually the shortstop, coming over to make the catch. There's 1 away. Mentioned Pensula's checked in for the Quakers, now playing at shortstop. Here is the center fielder now, Jeremy McAleese. And McAleese will foul that first pitch away. He's hitting in the leadoff spot for Baker and took over in center field.
Jeremy McAleese.
No balls and a strike. 1 away as we play here in the 8th inning. Radka gets the sign. The left-hander's pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Alec Bryan, by the way, will stay in right field for the Quakers. Anthony Morgan has taken over. That's a pretty good pitch. 1 and 2. So Anthony Morgan again has taken over at second base. Spotter was supposed to tell me these things, but they must be union people. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for McAleese as he strikes out here in the 8th inning. So 2 away.
With 2 away, now batting number 23, Paul Stanley.
Here is 23. This is Paul Stanley, a senior. He'll be hitting in the number 2 hole. Once he reports, we'll get this thing going again here in inning number 8. Twelve runs, 14 hits for the Quakers, 1 error, but that big number 6 on the board for the Tigers. They've committed 6 errors in this second contest. 1 ball, no strikes now to Stanley. Radka with the sign, the pitch. And low and inside, 2-0. Well, both teams have almost, other than pitchers, they've cleaned off their bench here in the second contest. Swing, and that one hit foul. 2 balls and a strike now to Paul Stanley. Every position player getting a chance to play in this doubleheader, other than maybe just a few for the Quakers so far. That one hit foul again. Another pretty good cut by Stanley. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We count the Quakers. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different players now in the field position-wise. This one lifted high in the air. Going back on it is McFadden, and he'll make the catch, and that will do it for the Tigers here in the top of the 8th inning. We head to the bottom of inning number 8 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers lead this one 12-2.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Earlham baseball being brought to you as always by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial colors or flavors. Only $3.50 every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken. Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh.
At bat number 42,
bottom of the 8th inning.
Sam Sprocket.
Here is Sam Sprocket. Quakers have had a chance now to see a lot of young players. Sprocket getting the start here in this contest. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Sprocket has reached his last 2 times via the error, and part of that 6-error ball game by the Tigers. That one hit well into center field. McAleese is there, makes the catch. There's one away. Now Ian Bach done for the day, as you would expect, and Josh Wilson steps to the plate, the freshman out of Lawrenceburg. The home of Kelsey Mucker. Drafted by the Twins overall, number 1 in that draft. Here he goes, who? Pitches high and inside, 1-0. Kelsey was a heck of a basketball player, too. I think he's in the Baseball Hall of Fame in Indiana. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. Two-0 now to the left-handed hitting Josh Wilson. Stretched by Bayhurst in the pitch. Inside, as we mentioned, Bayhurst he's going to go the rest of the way in this one, whether the Quakers score 12 or 22 runs. They're not going to use any more arms, knowing they've got the doubleheader again tomorrow. Pitch is inside. That'll be ball 4, and Wilson heads on down to first. Here's Anthony Morgan.
Now batting number 12, Anthony Morgan.
Anthony, of course, growing up in a city like Cincinnati, they love their baseball in Cincinnati. Fly ball into right field, coming over the center fielder. McAleese will make the catch for out number 2. So Morgan 1 and done in this one. 2 away.
At bat number 2,
here's Alec Bryan.
Bryan.
Alec has picked up a base hit tonight, back in the 5th inning. Pitch is low, 1 ball, no strikes. Well, unless the Tigers find a way to rally big in the 9th inning, Quakers will open up much different than they did last year when they struggled to get out of the gate. But right now, looks like they'll win the first 2 games of this 4-game set. Fly ball hit foul. The first baseman gives it a look, and that'll go out of play. So 2 balls and a strike. The stretch by Bayhurst, and the pitch is up high, 3-1. Well, this all started at noon. We've been here since about 10:30. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Hit well, and diving the third baseman. Hamrick can't come up with it. That'll be a base hit. So Alec will pick up his second hit. And the Quakers pick up hit number 15. Head to the top of the order, here's Kendall Baker. Baker singled in the seventh. Baker started in right field in game one. He has come in to play center field here in game number 2 in the late stages. Picked up again his first hit of the season. And we'll watch that one in the dirt, 1-0. Kendall now entering his senior season. He again had that huge tournament last year in the conference tournament, named the most valuable players. That pitch almost got him. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, they've inserted him into the number 9 hole, though he's in the leadoff spot right now, but he really gives them another leadoff hitter at number 9. The stretch. Bayhurst with the pitch, and he misses again high and inside. 3 balls, no strikes. Again, a reminder, tomorrow our first game will begin at 6 o'clock. The pitch. And just outside, that'll be ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. So Kendall Baker on now twice here tonight. Bases loaded now for
22, Brian Pinsura.
Pinsura, who is inserted into the lineup. And now playing shortstop. Pinsura out of Avon Lake, Ohio. Pitch on the way, and it's inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Pinsura flew out his first time up back in the 7th inning. The stretch by Bayhurst, and the pitch. Grounded toward the third baseman, Hamrick. He'll lay on the tag, get the out there, and that will do it for the Quakers here in the 8th inning. We head to the 9th. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers lead this one 12-2.
Wish me luck, we've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Now, Quakers will go back to their bullpen here in the bottom, or should say top half of the 9th inning. Dominic Michael, the right-hander. He is out of Salineville, Ohio. They consider him a lot like the veteran reliever Matt Mathias. He can throw in the upper 80s with his fastball. And they'll use him pretty much as a reliever throughout this college baseball season. Doesn't mean that couldn't give him a spot start now and then, but they'll start him out of the bullpen. So here we go. Leading things off for Wittenberg will be Timmy Bates. He's out of Westerville, Ohio. Backup first baseman. He's a senior. Bates will step in here in the ninth inning. Bates so far today 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up in the sixth.
At bat number 6.
Radka got an inning in. They like what they saw out of him, and so now we will see Michael take over, and his first pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. Michael shakes off the first couple of signs and now set to throw on the pitch on the way. Good fastball. And the count even to 1 ball and 1 strike. Michael gets the sign, the leg kick, and the pitch, and this one lifted high and out of play. Corey Peters behind the plate for the Quakers. He'll be the third catcher used. Wilson got a couple of innings. Peters out of Liberty Township, Indiana. This one hit back up the middle. Shortstop is there. The throw to first in time. Pensula there for the Quakers, and there's one away. So with one out,
batting number 10, David Hamrick.
Here is Hamrick. Hamrick so far has singled and scored a run. Check swing, and he goes around. I would imagine if you're Coach Sakasitz and his staff, you've got to be really happy with what you have seen here today on both sides of the baseball. That breaking pitch didn't miss by much, 1-1. Your offense did its job today. You've got solid pitching from your bullpen. Starting pitching, I thought, was very good in both games. That pitch is low, 2 balls and a strike. Defensively, you had a couple of big double plays in both games of this twin bill, committing just an error in this game. Michael's next pitch on the way. This one lined in the shortstop there. Pensula makes the catch, 2 away. Hit well, but right at Pensula. And with 2 away, Quakers down to 1 out. And they'll finish this one off here tonight. Andrew Shaner will now grab a bat. Shaner, a backup infielder
Andrew Shaner,
out of Roswell, New Mexico. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. What is Roswell known for? UFOs. Michael gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit foul. And the count is even a 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch on the way is in there for a strike, caught the outside corner. And now the Quakers are 1 strike away from finishing the doubleheader sweep here tonight. Well, we've seen a good fastball by Michael, and he's going to come back with a breaking pitch and miss low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Remind you once again that all the final stats of our first two games on GoEarlham.com. The break-even pitch on the way, hit into right field, and that will do it.
And that's the game. Final score.
So the Quakers win it here today. They win both games, 11-4, 12-2. Quakers 12 runs and 15 hits, 1 error. The Tigers 2 runs, 6 hits, 6 errors in game number 2. And we'll be back here tomorrow again. First game is at 6. Game 2 will be at around 8:15 or so, depending on the length of game number 1. We'll have both games right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Following at 8:30. Again, game times tomorrow, 6 and 8:30, right here at Randall R. Sadler Stadium. Thanks for coming out to today's contest. 10 points.